Hello, it's Jim Hutchins for the Jerusalem Connection Spot Report for this February 20th, 2017. I think the most significant news with regard to Israel took place last week in the meeting between President Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu on the 15th, Wednesday the 15th, here in Washington. From all reports, all indication, it was a glowing success. As a matter of fact, according to Israel Today, the magazine in Israel, they write, most Israelis were beyond being pleased with the outcome, the drastic improvement over relations during the Obama administration. What most took away from the press conference was that Trump had effectively put Israel back in the driver's seat when it comes to making peace in the Middle East. It's up to them. They're directing. No more will Washington dictate to the Jewish state and impose detrimental solutions that ultimately serve only American interests, as the Obama administration obviously did. Unlike Obama, Trump recognizes Israel's sovereignty and is prepared to deal with Netanyahu as an equal, not as an underling. And we can rejoice with Israel, rejoice with Jewish people, and with Christians that is indeed the case. Newsmax writes this: President Donald Trump told Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Wednesday, there is an unbreakable bond between the United States and the Jewish state. Israel has no better ally than the United States. I want to assure you the United States has no better ally than Israel, Netanyahu said, as the two world leaders held a press conference at the White House after a White House meeting. Netanyahu said that both powers face the threat of radical Islamic terrorism, adding he believes reversing the rising tide of radical Islam is possible under President Trump's leadership. Trump and Netanyahu also spoke about the possibility of a two-state deal between Israel and the Palestinians. The president said one state, two-state, whatever they agree on. He agreed to that. Both parties agree they must directly negotiate such an agreement. Netanyahu said both sides need to work towards peace and criticize the Palestinians for their hate of Israel. Asked about a tentative plan to move the U.S. Embassy in Israel from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, Trump responded, we're looking at it with great care. I think that will be forthcoming. But I think they have to pave the way politically, diplomatically for that to take place. There are agreements that are behind the scenes between Israel and the Arabs regarding the confrontation that they face ultimately with Iran. But I think Jerusalem will be acknowledged as the capital of Israel by the Trump administration. As I watched this and read the coverage of it, I was reminded of a passage from Psalm 2. Psalm 2, verse 1. Why do the nations rage? Why do the nations rage and the peoples plot in vain? The kings of the earth take their stand, and the rulers gather together against Yahweh. There's worldwide opposition against Yahweh and against his anointed one, his Messiah. That's what the translation is, really, his Messiah. So they're against Yahweh and they're against his Messiah. And then there's this warning. Therefore, you kings, be wise. Be warned, you rulers of the earth. Serve Yahweh with fear and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, Recognize and have reverence for the Son of Yahweh, lest he be angry and you be destroyed in your way, for his wrath can flare up in a moment. Blessed are all who take refuge in him. The leaders, the kings of the earth, need to take note. Not only that God is in control, but it's being administered by the Son. And they need to reverence and respect, kiss the Son lest he be angry. It's a new day. And I think the Trump-Netanyahu relationship is a match made in heaven. No longer must Israel deal with the hostility and the latent anti-Semitism of the Obama administration. And we can say hallelujah to that. But we need to pray for the direction in the future. As we speak, there are those in Israel, and we need to be aware of this, who want to overthrow Netanyahu, want to bring him down. There's a concerted effort to make that happen. But we need to pray for God to intervene. The Most High is sovereign over the kingdoms of men. He gives them to anyone that he wishes. But it looks like, for once, we have a reasonable relationship between Israel and the United States under these two leaders. Pray that it continues. Till next week, Od Kiev O Shiloh, or until Messiah comes, Yivareka Yahweh. Yahweh bless you, bless those you love, and bless those who love you.